Imagine a seamless, premium glass and metal slab folding tightly together like a book, right in your hands. Apple's September 2026 launch moves away from the traditional single-tier flagship model. Instead, they are splitting their top-end lineup into two distinct paths. On one side, we have the iPhone 18 Pro Max. If you place it face down on a table next to a 17 Pro Max, you won't be able to tell the difference. The exterior shell remains exactly the same. Apple's September launch forces buyers to decide between iterative power or a physical shift with the iPhone 18 Ultra. The iterative power route invests your premium in invisible internal computational upgrades. Conversely, the form factor shift sacrifices traditional camera hardware for a pocketable multitasking screen. You are no longer choosing how large your screen should be. You have to decide whether you want to pay for peak internal performance or peak visible utility. Let's focus on the iPhone 18 Pro Max. Because the external casing is identical to the previous generation, early rumors are calling this a boring upgrade. That ignores what is happening inside the chassis. Apple is moving to the A20 Bionic chip built on a 2-nanometer architecture, a shift in density that defines the internal changes for this generation. Looking at this dual bar chart comparing the new 2-nanometer chip to the previous generation, speed increases by 20%, while power efficiency spikes by 25%. Paired with a new 5200 mAh battery, operating hours extend beyond any previous model. Apple is also upgrading the memory standard to LPDDR6 RAM. This wider memory bandwidth allows the phone to handle complex Gemini integrated Siri tasks locally, directly on the device, without lagging. The only physical change you will actually notice while using the phone is the dynamic island. Apple has shrunk it by 25%, freeing up a marginal amount of screen space at the top. Those computing numbers are significant on paper. But if your daily usage consists of scrolling social feeds and texting, the interface won't load a millisecond faster than on an iPhone 15. The internal upgrades translate into hours of additional runtime for heavy users, but casual consumers will experience zero tangible speed improvements in their day-to-day navigation. The real hardware upgrades on the Pro Max live in the camera system. Apple is finally moving away from fixed lenses on the main array. Watch how this mechanical lens iris smoothly contracts and expands. This gives you hardware-level control over the light hitting the sensor. The camera now utilizes a variable aperture ranging from f1.4 to f2.8. You can dial in true optical depth of field blurring in your shots without relying on artificial software processing. Apple is also upgrading the entire triple lens array to 48-megapixel sensors, which unlocks the ability to record 8K ProRes video directly to the phone. Shooting in 8K ProRes creates heavy workflow costs. It will instantly chew through your internal storage and requires expensive post-production desktop hardware just to scrub through the footage smoothly. These optical upgrades create a reliable camera replacement for working videographers. But if you only post to social media, paying for an 8K sensor array is a wasted financial investment. If you don't need professional camera specs, the iPhone 18 Ultra shifts the focus entirely. It achieves a level of multitasking previously restricted to tablets through a wide-aspect folding screen. To make that folding form factor work, Apple made specific hardware cuts. They removed Face ID entirely, replacing it with a Touch ID scanner mounted directly on the side power button. The Ultra also drops the telephoto lens. You have to trade your optical zoom capabilities for that pocketable screen real estate. Both of these options carry high financial stakes. Due to component costs, Apple is raising prices across the entire September lineup. This matrix lays out the data. Expect a minimal $100 base increase, with the Pro Max hiking $150 to $200, and the foldable at a premium tier. Adding an exterior changes column illustrates the trade-off, paying a premium for an identical-looking phone. This significant price hike means your purchase must be justified by the specific daily utility the device provides. To cut through the hype, this scenario match framework compares your device's age against your need for pro-level features. For iteration holdouts on older iPhones doing heavy tasks, the 2-nanometer efficiency makes the Pro Max your ideal upgrade. If you are a recency buyer sitting on an iPhone 16 or 17, skip this generation entirely. The lack of UI changes means a poor return. However, for professional creators monetizing video, the Pro Max is your only viable choice. If you are a tablet-first user focused on mobile productivity, Accept the first-generation folding risks for iPad-level utility in your pocket. And if your only motivation to upgrade is to get one of the new aesthetics, like the sky blue finish, just buy a high-quality skin for your iPhone 17 and keep your money. Apple's 2026 lineup forces a choice between optics and screen area. You just cannot have both in one device. You have to choose which tool serves your specific workflow. Do not buy the iPhone 18 out of habit. Map your exact daily friction points to the device philosophy that solves them, or save your cash entirely.